The penultimate round of the British GT Championship began with Kevin Say on pole position and Giacomo Petrobelli alongside him, who went all the way around the outside at the first corner to take the race lead. Rob Collard also taking to the outside line to go second. But it wasn't long before the dramas began. Coming out of the second corner at Druids, there was contact in GT4. Ravi Ramyeed and Mark Warren just made the slightest of contacts. It was the McLaren of Mark Warren that was fired off the road, thus into the tyre barrier. It did a lot of damage to the left-hand side of the car. It was out of the race and we had a safety car. We also had a drive-through penalty for the leader. Giacomo Petrobelli's team had put a fan on front of the car to keep the temperatures down on the grid against the regulations, and the penalty was a drive-through, as off the road went Simon Orange, giving John Kiern a place at Surtees. Jack Mitchell's Ginetta was leading GT4 but went out in a blaze of glory. A big fire, and that was another race neutralisation as an inspired Petrobelli after his penalty was on the move. This was passing Mark Smith. Pit stop window opened and through into the pit lane came Rob Collard to give way to Hugo Cook, and it was Kiern Jewiss who led after the stops, with the number 77 McLaren of Marvin Kirchhofer chasing. The gap came down, but Kirchhofer was never really able to have a proper go as Hugo Cook hung on to third place. Another neutralisation came when Sven Muller took a big bite at the back of the McLaren of Martin Plowman and turned him around. Damage done to the Porsche, that ended up in the gravel. Patrick Kuyler ended up with a puncture as well, and 78 Lamborghini would limp to the pit lane after an off at Sheen Curve. Muller to the gravel, safety car deployed. Resumption of the race was Kiern Jewiss ahead of Marvin Kirchhofer, and that was how it would run to the end 10 minutes later. A third win of the year for Kiern Jewiss and Charles Dawson, the 2Cs Motorsport drivers further ahead in the championship.